Cake's mission is to help unlisted companies to better manage their equity and grow their business. So Harrison's the CEO of a growing business and his business needs some funding. What Harrison doesn't know is the amount of admin he's about to go through is nearly debilitating, and he has to undertake this on top of his already full-time role. So Harrison's got accountants and lawyers, spreadsheets, emails and DocuSign, and transposing really complicated data into multiple sort of legal documents, and it's going to really slow his deal down and sometimes even kill it. Harrison's not alone though. Beck's the CFO of a growing company, and Beck would like an employee share scheme to engage and retain her staff. Beck's tried once to set one up and failed, and it's not surprising. Again, Beck has accountants and lawyers, ASIC jargon, ATO jargon, spreadsheets, emails, PDFs, DocuSign. It is literally a bit of a nightmare. But it doesn't have to be that way. With systemization and automation, Harrison's raise can be closed much more quickly, and Beck can have an employee share scheme that's viable to implement and manage. So it's not rocket science, but there is quite a lot of IP packed into our system. We have digital share certificates, digital approvals, cloud-based registry. All the communication happens within the software. So it's a purpose-built platform for all of these processes. We've spent about 18 months researching, developing beta and in the market, trying to put together a really, really good set of features and products to solve these problems. But we also want to play nice in the market, so we've also spent quite a bit of time trying to make sure that we can be a part of lots of different types of capital raising, from retail crowdfunding, where we would kick in after the raise and handle the registry and the investor management. Property syndication, we can maybe come in a little bit earlier and sending the offer document right the way through closing, registry and investor management. And there's a little bit of flexibility in how we do this. Also importantly, we've made it easy to partner with accountants and lawyers. They're really critical in our ecosystem, and we don't really want to get in their way. We want to enable them, to help these deals happen more quickly. So the raise feature flow is an example: setting up the company, importing the data from ASIC, setting up the registry. Then you need to sign documents. The investor needs to sign, the company needs to sign, the payment needs to occur, the registry needs to be updated, ASIC needs to be updated. You can see at the bottom there's registry, COSEC, legal, advisory, more legal, more registry, more COSEC. So Cake is providing a huge amount of value for the customers, all in a really simple and fast platform. There is a bit of an elephant in our industry. In Carter, in the US, they just raised a Series E at 1.7 billion. Thankfully, they're not in Australia. We're not expecting them here anytime soon. They're not regionalised, they're not super competitive to us, but they do provide a hell of a lot of leadership, which is great. So we've signed 27 partners. We think that there's a hell of a lot of partners in the market. There's 40,000 professional services firms alone. We've got 30 or 40 more partnerships that we're looking to secure already in the pipeline. So our fees, so we charge between 0 and 100 per month for the registry, depending on how many shareholders you have. We have transaction fees for issuing shares, options and notes. And then we have support fees for legal services, company secretarial, which is mainly sort of set price, but also by the hour. So with regard to the model and the market, we've set our customers into 3 main groups, basically depending on how much they're going to need their software and what sort of services they need. We understand how many of those there are. There's about 675,000 companies, and how much they're prepared to pay each year. And it's a really nice little niche that we've carved out of a larger market. And speaking of the larger market, we're not going to deal with the public listed space. It's very crowded, but the private space is much more open, dominated really by accountants and lawyers, and this is the area that we'd like to become the market leader. We are in market. We've been selling since April, and we've been growing. Last 3 months we've had an average of 26% customer growth. We do have some revenue kicking in at around the 30K per month mark now. Our lifetime value to customer acquisition cost really good at around 6. Obviously the preliminary numbers were an early stage company, but it's quite promising, and our pipeline is really turning over quite well. We do have an exceptional team. Myself and Keynes has joined from Deloitte on operations and finance, and Mars has joined to head up our law firm that we established because we found that the legal services were really required to make our software super powerful. But that brings me to the software. Our real power is in our product team. We have an unbelievable product and engineering team, and that's going to be how we really win in the market. So with regard to funding, we're currently running our C round. It's just opening. We've spent quite a lot of time preparing for this. We're raising $500,000. With regard to development, it's mainly about scalability. So we've got the products in market. We need to build them to be very scalable, to have self-service, to have the UX, UI to be really, really amazing. And on the growth side of things, scalable partner program, signing up those bigger partners, and a scalable onboarding program so we can really get that growth going. At the end of the day, our goal at Cake is to make sure that Harris and Beck and their advisors have to have Cake. They really, really need it. And we love working with our customers, and we're really looking forward to the future. And equity should be a piece of cake. Thank you.